To our favorite podcasters, our favorite listeners, rather.
Yeah.
Welcome to another interesting episode of the Jakpa Diary. As you already know, my name is Mina, and today I have a wonderful guest with me. Oh my, guys, you needed to know the strings we had to pull to get this person on board with us today. Thank you very much. With me today, I have with me Igwe.
Yeah.
You know, see, that name, I was like, is that another way to pronounce it that it doesn't sound like the way you hail the king from the part of Nigeria that you're from? Like,
if you want to pronounce it like the British, you can say Igwe.
Igwe. It'd be like nice to actually hear them pronounce it.
Yeah. The funny thing is, so one was like Igwe. I said no, it's not.
No, they didn't. IG what?
Igwe. You know, IGWA.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. So they can mutilate me.
Oh my god.
They can spoil your name for you for Africa.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say spoil. I mean, if you meet the very, I don't want to say the learned one, but typically I would hear them say, I'm sorry, I don't want to, how do I pronounce your name? And then
yeah. No, it's actually nice because if I get to see a name that I'm not conversant with, like I'm finding it very difficult to pronounce, I'll be like, I'll make an attempt at first.
I think you should not even try to make an attempt because it typically, most time from experience, it doesn't go well. So I feel like I've gotten used to that culture of asking you to pronounce, please, could you pronounce your name? If it's not like Lorna or an English name that are very
that's very common.
I'll literally go, oh please, could you pronounce your first name for me? And I've had them do that with me, so I think I've gotten to that. I've gotten used to that. But really, back to the introduction. Really, thank you very much, Igwe. It's really lovely having you here on the podcast with me. Hopefully, you guys are going to have a fun-filled time, and our guys on live. Don't worry, stay connected. Now.
Yeah.
In our typical, what will I say, our culture on this podcast, the Jakpa Diary podcast, the first question I would like to ask you is, Igwe, what is your Jakpa story?
Okay, thank you, Mina, for having me in your today's Jakpa Diary.
My pleasure.
Today's series,
My pleasure.
So before I get into that, I think I would just want to briefly explain or talk about myself.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about it?
You have the floor, guys. I'm sure you want to hear it. I'm here for it. Go ahead.
So anyway, my name is Igwe the MC. They also call me Ubedike.
Okay.
So Ubedike is a title. It's just one of those titles that the people around feel like is deserving of me to have this title. You understand? So Ebubedike, what it means?
What does it mean?
Ebubedike is like
someone
weird.
You are even saying it. Ebubedike. Okay.
So it's just more like a warrior that with glory. A warrior with glory. You understand? So we fight for people. So we ensure that everything is okay with people around me. I don't like people feeling inferior. I don't like people feeling less privileged. I don't like people being intimidated around me. I want everybody to be, to be okay, to be all nice.
Absolutely.
Because this life, give meaning.
As in,
you understand? Where it's just like
not be too safe. Not just
one.
So I mean, you need to live it to the fullest.
If it's possible for everybody to just be happy, that's just my interest, you understand, being alive or being in the world. So I'm Igwe the MC, and I'm a medical radiographer as well. Yeah.
Sorry, let's go back. You said medical radiographer.
Radiographer, yeah.
I don't know the meaning. I'm sorry, guys. Don't feel embarrassed by me.
I'm a medical radiographer. As a medical radiographer, is a specialty in medicine.
Okay.
It's a specialty in medicine.
So would you say you're a medical doctor?
Not really a medical doctor, but a doctor in radiological science.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So here, we also inside this we also have other specialties, other areas of specialization, such as here we have MRI. You must have had people go for the MRI scan, CT scan,
of course,
ultrasound scan,
of course,
conventional X-ray. You understand all those ones. So these are my areas of you understand, as a medical radiographer.
Interesting. So, guys, I'm only just finding that out now on this spot. I didn't know about that previously, so interesting.
So, and as a medical radiographer, you can actually have this skill of rotating across the modalities in radiography. These modalities I just mentioned.
Okay.
So you can as well choose to specialize as a CT radiographer,
okay,
as a CT specialist, or as a sonographer.
Okay.
Someone that specializes in what's it called in ultrasound is called a sonographer. So, but generally back home, it's just like an umbrella name. Sonography is just like an umbrella name. But when you come here, there are now different specialties in sonography.
Sonography.
So you now have people like what's it called? You have gynae and obs. People that do scan for pregnant women. For women. So those ones, so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm from Africa, Nigeria, the very country.
I mean, look at the man that is talking. Did we have to tell you that you are from Nigeria?
You don't need to tell us. So, and I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria,
of course,
from Igbo land. And as you can see, from my regalia, you can bear eloquent testimony to the fact that
I raise my hand to that.
that I am a bona fide and proud Igbo man. Yeah, so I'm a proud Igbo man. So that's it. Yeah, I'm married with a very beautiful daughter of mine. 2-year-old daughter.
She's a girl.
Yeah, she is.
She is. So cute.
Well, very worrisome.
Anyways, how old is she?
She's just 2.
Okay. 2. I guess it's the stage, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what people do tell us, that it's just this stage anyway. Yeah. So, and I am a comedian. I am also an event planner. In fact, I'm a lot of things in one person. I'm also an event planner. I'm a comedian. I'm an event host. I'm a content creator. I'm a social media manager.
Hey, good.
What's more? In fact, anything that can actually bring money and joy, just call on me.
See, that money part, I won't even think twice. Because you know very well, our people from that end and money, it's like, you
don't even go there.
5 and 6.
Don't even go there.
Igwe, I will go there. That's the place that I'm going to go. And you know what? Our people is going to benefit from that. It's the accent for me though. But anyways,
that's good. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing a bit of yourself and what you do. I mean, what you do outside being an MC, and I think it's really interesting. Like, you're multifaceted, and it's really interesting. Thank you for sharing that. But I'm going to go back to my question.
Yeah.
And which was, what is your Jakpa story? And
my Jakpa story. In fact, it's how do I put it? It's too intriguing.
Well, we want to hear it. I'm sure.
Jakpa. Well, for the fact that a lot of things are happening back home, and when you take a look at what's happening back home, you'll be like, yeah, that is now when you now tell me, you now fully tell me to Jakpa. There's a difference between I Jakpa'd and I traveled out.
Okay. So, please break it down for me.
Jakpa is
you're
running away from something is pushing you and you're running for your dear life.
I see.
But I traveled out like like in all pleasure
at your own pace.
You made out time, prepared, thought about it, did all the calculation. In fact, I just let me go and have fun, and still come back. But for Jakpa, most times there's no hope of going back. So that's the difference between Jakpa and travel.
Okay. So you travel, in your own case, you don't have Jakpa story.
No, in my own, I Jakpa'd.
That's what
I'm telling you. Taking a look at what is happening back home, I Jakpa'd.
Okay.
I can boldly tell you that I Jakpa'd. But nevertheless, there are still a whole lot of things I'm missing back home. You understand? So, for instance,
you haven't even said anything. I'm already laughing. But go ahead.
I'm missing keke
sound.
And all those insults that they used to give while driving.
See, I wish Waye was here today. I feel like you guys would really blame a lot, because he would tell me he misses conductor and they are stressed and I don't have change. Enter with your change. And here you are saying you miss keke.
But that is it, because I came here, I was like, you guys don't have keke. There's no keke.
Where do you want to see keke now?
Can you imagine?
Where do you want to see keke now?
No, but it's not really funny. coming to the UK for the first 3 to 6 months is very depressing. I must confess, it's very depressing.
I think everybody attests to that.
No, most children, it's very depressing. You face a whole lot of things. Is it ranging from getting to know the environment first? I've missed my way countless times.
Tell me about it. I mean, did you used to use Google Map when you were back home to actually navigate, find your way around, even with your foot, if you're not driving?
No. I think, how many times throughout my stay back home in Nigeria, I think I did not use Google Map up to 4 times. Let me just put it that way.
Your entire life in Nigeria, as a full grown man.
As a full grown man. In all my entire life, I've not used Google Map in Nigeria up to 4 times.
But here,
there was a time I was, the first time I went for a training.
Okay.
So, and I just tried to do the going like unaided. I just wanted to try it myself. My wife came before me.
Oh, okay.
So she used to assist me like in some of those things, going to, all this kind of thing. But this time around, I went there on my own. Nobody. So I succeeded in actually getting there. So meanwhile, why I succeeded was simply because I used
succeeded.
Why I actually succeeded? Because, yes, of course. Because it's simply because I used what's it called, taxi. So I had to board taxi to get to that place. But now coming back, I said no. I paid £17 going to the training venue. So how can I pay? That is the 17%. That is 34. Hi, damn. And one thing is, immediately the first 6 months you are in the UK, every expenses
of course you will convert it to naira.
What will be flashing in your head is the conversion rate, how much you're spending. I just calculated it, and I think the conversion rate was.
Please tell me it wasn't when tell me it was when maybe £1 was 150.
For where? No, actually I haven't stayed in UK for long. I think this is just going to my third year in the UK. So going to 3 years now. Yeah, I've been in the UK. So I was like, the first time, how can I spend? I will multiply Jesus Christ just to go here and come back. I'll be spending thousands of naira. I said no. So within that first season, even when I went to African shop to get some sauce, I called some of my guys. Said, somebody was looking at me. So later on, the person was like, "Yeah, don't worry. This is usually like this when you come. But when you now start, when staying, when I start making money, you no longer." So, and lo and behold,
you've gotten to that point.
To an extent.
Oh, not fully.
Not fully, Not fully. Most especially when the conversion rate was 2,000. I'll just check it.
That was so painful.
That's that. I just said, oh my goodness. So £50. So I now if I had converted this £50, I would have gotten like £100, 100,000 naira to send back home. Oh my goodness. So the first time I was using that Google Map, I now use it after the training. So I now put in the address, my home address, my residential address on the Google Map. So I was now going. The Google Map was, all this is like, it was as if I was moving. Like somebody is moving, but the person is not moving. You are moving, but you're not moving. I would just be rotating. So from here, I would get back to the same bus. I said,
oh my God,
what is happening? I did this, I didn't know. I said, okay, let me try a different. My goodness, I walked. My feet were hurting me. I said, what kind of thing was this? Yeah, another one was I was using Google Map. I now saw the end of the road when I've not even gotten to.
Oh my God.
No. Google Map it's a different experience on this one.
No, but I mean, in the past 3 years, I'm sure you're not.
No. I came here with Google Map. I drove with
you. Drove here, so I mean, absolutely. Yeah, no, but it's really interesting.
That is one.
Oh, that's just one.
There are so many Jakpa experiences. That is one. Then another one is when I told you about I've missed my way several times. Okay, I went for a locum. That is, especially we call it locum.
Oh, okay.
In the medical field. So I went for a locum in Bournemouth. So I was not coming. So I took a train going from Bournemouth to Southampton train station. So the stuff I didn't know. I was standing on platform 1. So I was just watching, when you open up the train line, you just be watching that your time, the train will be arriving at so point. So a train appeared.
Okay.
When the train came, I was like, this was my train. And I saw people rushing because I think people were actually hating on because there was scarcity of train that moment. I jumped in.
Oh, please tell me you found yourself. Where did you find yourself?
Oh my goodness. Is it what's the name of this city? Is it Swansea?
Oh no, you didn't.
I did. So before when I realized where I was, I had gone long far. I was like, Jesus Christ, what kind of thing is this? So the moment I realized I was in a wrong, train, I just had to alight. I dropped from that one and I waited. It took me time. Like I was supposed to get home at let me say within 10 p.m. But I later go home like few minutes to 12 a.m. because of all this. So I now have to trace the stuff and take another train back to where I took that first train. Then from there I now got another train right. I now came back to Southampton. It was not once, it was not twice, but the third time since that day.
Yes.
I can never. So it's always a common thing. Like I always tell someone. One of my friends that came in nearly, I think 3 months ago, was telling me, sharing the same experience with me, like how he missed his train, to another place and all that. So it's a common thing anyway.
Yes.
So that's
absolutely. Yeah. Like it's a common thing.
Then the Oga Patapata of them all.
Okay, let's have it.
My dear Mena, ask me what?
What? What? Tell me.
I will tell you. Their what's it called? Their accent, man.
Okay. I still struggle.
I
still struggle.
So the same thing applies even at this moment. Even at work, you'll be like, I'll just get up and really?
No, but why do we all do that? Why do we all laugh? Like, why? What is this? Like, just
to play along. So just play along.
So when they play along, where does it end?
It's just to show a deep sense of belonging. So because if you don't laugh or if you don't nod your head in agreement, you understand? In agreement to what the person is saying, it will be you will not make the person look like a fool, like look stupid.
Yes.
So even when you're not understanding, getting anything, the person says, "Oh, serious? Really? Oh, it actually happened." That was.
It's good to actually find that it's not just me, yeah. Like I do that. I still, like I said, I still struggle, and I'll just go, "Oh, really?" And then you pick one word. You hear one word.
That one word.
Yeah.
So you will be like, you will not try to, to link it up with to have some and to get all the things. Probably okay. For instance, they love what's it called? They love abbreviation.
Of course.
You understand? So instead of saying air condition, say aircon.
Okay, so like they like to shorten their.
They like to shorten it. Yeah, so all those stuff like that. So the first time I heard it, I was like, I battled with my brain. I was like, aircon. So even till this moment, it's not yet over. But the thing there is that I love anywhere. Like I love learning languages, different languages, especially as it relates to where I am currently staying. Because I can sparingly speak Hausa. I know you are from outside in the city, right?
I'm actually from West.
West? Yoruba?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Báwo ni?
Dadani.
Ọmọ ìyá.
Okay, yeah, of course. Ọmọ ìyá mi, of course. It's all the same.
Kí lorúkọ ẹ?
Amina.
Oh, Amina. Orúkọ ni Mina.
Yes, are you trying to test my Yoruba skills? Igwe?
No, I just to let you know that
you do understand a bit
so
of.
This is just for Yoruba. The same thing applies to us. Like I can, because I stayed in Lagos for a short time.
Okay.
So anytime, any environment I find myself totally different from my own language,
yes,
I try to pick up a few things so that I will not be totally off. I will not be totally strange when the both of them, people from that same side, will be having a conversation. So at least I'll have one or two things to contribute. So same applies. So even though I am not going to get it perfect, like their accent, I'm not going to get it perfect. But before I get to 10 years, they will hear from me.
So they will hear from
They will hear from me. All those things that they will be speaking, I will not be hearing. They will hear from me.
Okay. Okay.
So another thing is that their accent or they're hearing what they are saying is a very difficult thing, you know. So you just be cracking your brain, you just be trying to
figure it
out yourself. What is this person saying? The person will, you know, okay, a person will come to the hospital like this, and your senior who start saying one or two things, you just be battling with your innermost mind. What did she say? What am I actually going to do? So, and you know, and that is where this one now that you asked me, you know, comes in. Like, so somebody tells you something, and the what you're telling, the response you're giving to the person is in affirmation. Like, you're giving the person the impression that you understood everything,
and
everything that the person said. You're okay with it, and then the person leaves. You now go and do a different thing.
So that's the problem. Like, that's the problem I had with, you know, the whole nodding and saying yes. Because sometimes some of the conversation they're having with you ends with a question. And you probably then, when they finish talking, they then pause to like, okay, respond, like, say something to me.
Exactly.
And I'm going.
Exactly.
I don't know what to say, obviously, because I didn't grab everything that you said in one piece. But yes, I really like, it's been an interesting
so you like
hearing about your experience.
This do the happy high. So, but sometimes I was just sorry.
No, it's alright.
I would just tell the person, sorry, I didn't get the last part. What you said? He said, okay. Sometimes, you know, they're very fast. I said, please, can you take it a bit slow? So that way. And another thing is, I don't want to make it in such a way that when somebody, you know, consistently or continuously explain and re-explain and continues explaining him or herself, you'd be like, does this person understand anything at all? So I don't want to put myself in that picture. You get? So,
yes, I get, absolutely. I understand. It's probably twice that you can say, come again, please. Come again, please.
Yeah. So you cannot confuse.
It becomes silly.
Thank you.
Please go and call somebody else like that can interpret to you. Also.
And it becomes an embarrassment. Because back home, it's not back home. Like, you know, as somebody, I have been on the stage as an entertainer for the past 19 years.
Wow, that's a lot of experience.
So next year I'll be celebrating my 20 years anniversary on stage. Wow. So with all these things, like if you see me on stage like this, I speak very well, I talk very well, I communicate very well. Like this is one of the things I know how to do.
But please tell me, this country has questioned your own.
I questioned myself. It's not even the country. I did question myself. I was like, Igwe, now you be this. Like they made me look like Mumu. I said, in an English speaking country, and you're not seeing yourself that you cannot even understand or comprehend what they are saying. I see, damn, how do I come out of this? So that way is a depression on its own. It's a depression because I battled it very well. I'll get to work like, and you know how they do it as well. So this one, they know it. Well, there are some things I may not need to put out
to say, and I fully understand, but I get where you're coming from. English language barrier, because I mean, I think we do have an episode where we said we speak English, but they speak English too. It's literally, I speak English, but it's just as if this English that they are speaking is different from my own English. Oh.
And when you now understand, there are some people, they are kind of English. You see, sometimes, they did like, the both of us.
Yeah, of course.
You schooled in Nigeria, right?
Yes.
You did. So, how they taught us English in Nigeria in terms of concord, in terms of correlation, verbs,
now how to place it, your past tense, your present tense, of course.
There are several times when I hear them speak, I'll be like, now you, we call it. So if somebody is making that kind of grammatical blunder, we in our local parlance, we call it that person the TI.
Okay.
Like say it is TI. So I would just tell myself, you go the TI. You go the TI like this. Like you go see they will use singular verb for a plural noun. You know those kind of things. I say no. You guys cannot. My own is just to get your accent. Leave the rest for me. You cannot infect me with that.
I'm not sure they had brighter grammar. There was nothing. No, but you wouldn't expect it because it's like their first language. There is nothing to learn. We had to learn the language, and we learned the tenses. See, very quickly, let me share something I think I read on social media a couple of days ago. And it wasn't funny. I promise you, this wasn't funny. The lady tweeted, I can't remember the exact way she tweeted, but it was something about she writing an email at work. You know, and she probably said something like, sequel to our last conversation. You know, she started the email with sequel, and like, her line manager said they understood everything they said, but why did she use ChatGPT to write the email? Something around that, like, what do you mean? Why did I use ChatGPT? They feel like it's ChatGPT, like
that
it's an AI
that has that kind of ability to speak good grammar.
To use sequel. Like, what do you mean by I use? Like, you needed to see the way she actually articulated the words, like what the person said. Like the write-up was brilliant. The message person was trying to pass was brilliant.
Yeah.
But what pissed the manager off was the fact that she put all of that together using ChatGPT just because of these, you know, big words.
Yeah.
We did not use ChatGPT.
They don't know. They don't know that in my country where I came from, speaking blowing grammar is a sign that you are intelligent.
Exactly.
If you don't blow grammar, you're not intelligent. I cannot go on stage and do not bamboozle you with big grammar. The one that is, whether it is correct or not correct. So, but unlike this side, when you come this side, you just, everything is just like,
you need to keep it simple.
You need to keep it simple. The simplest.
The simple.
They don't need all those things. Simple.
The one I struggle with is, you know, when you get a message or an email and you have to read it over and over again, like you're trying to put comma and full stop, and because you need it to make, you're trying to make sense to them. Because if you just read it, I mean, you'll be lost.
It's completely lost.
You try to even read it in their voice for it to make sense to you that, okay, this is what this person is trying to say.
Exactly.
It's a struggle. Like, that communication is a struggle, and you would almost think, I mean, but we speak English now. Like, no one would expect you to come to a country like this and language or communication is one thing you would struggle with. You would never have thought, but I mean, we have all experienced it, and I think it's quite interesting. So if we move away from the Jakpa experience, because we could go on and on and on about, you know, things that we faced being, you know, new in this country, the culture. I will not even go into the food. Not even with you, my Igbo man. I would not even go.
Don't go, because that one is a no-go area.
So I wouldn't even go into that. But let's just take it back a little bit. I know you say you do MC. So do you do MC in here?
Yeah, since I came, I've done, like, in fact, I'm getting to establish myself fully in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
So, like, this weekend, today is Saturday, so the next Saturday, I'll be having an event in Northampton.
Oh, okay.
So, I also had an event with Sabinos.
Oh, yes.
So,
I saw
you
that
know,
on
the
your
UK
page.
tour,
Yes.
I saw that on my page. So, I also had one with Funny Bruno, you know, a couple of other Nigerian comedians, you know, having their comedy tour in the UK.
Okay.
So gradually like that, we still want to get ourselves fully launched or established in the entertainment industry here.
Yeah.
So because I don't think they are not actually into that entertainment. So it's
that level
the immigrants.
Of entertainment.
Yes,
Yeah. It's either just music.
As you can see, our people, they are the people, you know, taking over entertainment. You can see how they are flooding.
Yeah, the whole Afrobeat and everything.
Everything completely. So Flavor is coming to the UK. He's going to have his concert in the UK soon. AY has been doing that for ages. Basketmouth.
Yeah, I was at Basketmouth in O2, I think, a couple of months ago.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I was
there. Yeah. So just that. So you can even find out that most of those are Nigerian artists, both as a musician or as a comedian or as a content creator. Like, they no longer host much events back home. So this is where their eyes.
Yeah, and that's because a lot of people have moved here. It feels like, I mean, with the whole different routes that opened up, you have like the middle class people that have moved down here, who would typically be the people that would go to these
and events. At the same time, they're also trying to, you know, carve a niche in international space. Carve a niche for themselves in international space. So it's still good. So I'm also looking towards that direction. So maybe I might host an event for myself this year. Well,
summer is coming, so
I'm looking towards it.
It'll be a perfect time to host an event.
Excuse me. So if not this year, So I'm definitely looking at next year, at least to celebrate my 20 years anniversary on stage. So I'm also looking at next year. So either this year or next year, but whichever one, by the special grace of God, I definitely know that is gonna happen. Yeah. So I've been doing it. I've been doing event management, events planning. This month, yeah, I just have one event remaining this month, which is on the 27th of this month. I'll be in Northampton for that one. Then in May, I just have 2 books down already. Then in June, I have I have up to 5 events.
Yeah, because it's proper. Places. It's the heart of summer, so people are happy to have events.
Leicester. I have wedding in Leicester, then Birmingham, just different places like that. So I've been doing MC here since I've been here. In fact, I think it wasn't up to 3 months that I came in and started.
Really?
Doing MC. Yeah, because back home I've already had this little ground, like I've in the east, especially in the east, where I grew up, like in Enugu. But it actually took me right Nigeria, like these states that I have not gone to in Nigeria. I don't think they are up to 5.
Wow, so you've been to the north?
Yeah, majorly I've been to, yes, because of events. So I travel a lot. I love traveling.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And if I may ask, I mean, with your line of work being an MC, and I mean in a country like this, have you had interaction? Have you ever had to host like a British event, like an event for a British person?
Yeah.
And were they able to relate to your sort of joke, your angle of holding?
So that's another angle. That's another a little bit challenge. I've hosted 2 events. So one was what's it called? The guy's from Gambia.
Oh, okay.
Well, the girl is from
she's British.
She's British. Then another one. The both of them are from what's it called? They are British, but it was one of their colleagues that recommended that they recommended me to them so that they would just want to have this kind of vibe, having an African Osia event and all this kind of thing.
Of course, it's like life of the party.
Yeah. So what I did, basically how I do it is, even if I'm hosting like an event comprising of people that have or ethnicity that I've not been to before, I'll just go and make some researches about them. I just do some background research. So how do they do it here? What do they their do's and what do they like? What are their major spices in this? Their core values and all that. So after doing all those things, I'll just get myself prepared and
carry out your job. That's beautiful. I mean, it's always nice to improve yourself.
Yeah, definitely. On the 6th of June, I have one a Nigerian guy and a British wedding. Yeah, here in Southampton.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we just, for the benefit of the people that might be listening, that are here in the country, I was going to ask you this particular question.
Okay.
With the influx of Nigerians, Africans into the UK at this minute, it's like a lot of people have gone in through different routes, school and the professional line, and it's quite difficult out there to get a job, my brother. Like, it's quite difficult. And I was just going to say, like, outside professional jobs, and this is not to say that your job is not professional, but what I'm trying to say is, outside those professional professions that you have to go to school to earn a degree, to do them, whether being a doctor, a nurse, an engineer, whatever you might call it, is there any other niche that you've seen since you've been in this country, just like MCing, that you think are inbuilt skills, or that you could train yourself in, that you could also look into? Like, you don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a nurse, you don't have to be a carer. Here,
I will start with barbing.
Barbing. Interesting, really.
Barbing.
But I think there are lots of barbing shops that I feel like it's the market is congested. I don't barb my hair, but like on the high street, you'd see several Turkish. This one, like, you could see 3, 4, 5 Turkish barbing shops like next to each other.
But
is that how much?
But if it is not Nigerian,
okay.
If it is not Nigerian, like,
so basically to target our people.
Yes, Africa to be precise, because we do most things we do here. We do it our unique way, and excuse me. One of the things I find very frustrating when I move from one place to another, when I relocate to a different environment, is getting a nice barber.
What is it with you men and Baba?
Yeah.
Why are you men and your Babas in a cult? I'm going to say it's cult relationship because
we are like 5 and 6. Or why? So would you not want your husband, to be good looking, to be nice looking?
Yes, I'm sure if you go to a Turkish shop, they would cut.
It can never be the same. Although the thing there is that you might not understand the depth of
I don't understand.
Yeah, the depth of how good the person will look when the person must have had a very nice haircut. Okay. You understand? Different from going to all those people where they will use the other one and be doing no.
He said the other one. It's scissors and knife and
that kind of thing. Scissors, they will use scissors, they will use comb, they will be coming and be No, we don't do it that way. We do it our unique way. So
but in the end, it's the same end goal. I'm babbing.
No, it's not the same. It doesn't normally end well. It doesn't normally end well because the last time I experienced it, in fact,
it doesn't end well.
No. The last time I experienced it, my friend, introduced me to it. Said, there is this salon that do have nice haircut there. This one, and I said, okay, let me give it a try.
Okay.
My dear, this thing was in early January.
Okay.
So after having my haircut there, since that January till now, I've not had. Look at let me for the benefit of that. This is my hairstyle. Okay. I've not had any haircut again because I just want this hair to grow back fully before I go resort to where I normally have my haircut. So barbing or what is it called? Hair dressing or hair making, for both women, men and women, unisex. If one gets into that as business or as a job, it's very well. Can you imagine, somebody, your husband can attest to that now. Do you know how much it takes to barb a hair as a man?
I think about maybe 35, 40 pounds or something like that.
So 35, 40 pounds. How much is it in naira?
Don't convert. Are you people not earning in this pounds? Why are you converting?
Because,
I don't understand why you people convert.
Because that is who we are. We are not. Even after making all the parts, you will still convert because that is your currency for crying out. That's your identity.
To be honest, it doesn't make sense to me that we convert, especially when we end here. Except if you are still, changing naira to pounds.
But it's very painful. It's very painful. Come to think about it. 35 pounds. Say times 1,005, approximately 5,000 naira. Saying how much is my whole head? How much is my head that the hair is found on?
Did you say how much is your head? Have you ever put your head for sale before that your head will not be worth more than 5,000? No, but yes, I know it can be somehow for you men. Really?
So imagine having a barbing salon where guys are coming, so each person comes with
35 pounds.
So if you have about 20, just on the average, on the average, yes, if you have 20 persons, 20 guys, multiply by 35, you want to see how much the person might be making in a day, excluding all the bills, all that.
Well, there is the shop that you're doing the barbing. It's always going to be expensive. You have to pay on a monthly basis. As opposed to your barber shop in Nigeria that is paying basis. 1 year on a yearly basis, or as if you paid 1.5 years ahead.
Do you know that it's possible to get that money you pay for your rent in a day? The rent you pay in a month, monthly rent. It's possible for you to make it in that shop in a day.
Really?
Yes, it's possible. So that is how much. And if you take a look at it, I saw something like that on TikTok. Where, the first 5 highest paying jobs in the UK. Barbing was
one of them.
Yes, I saw barbing there.
Okay, guys, there you have it.
Yeah. So another thing apart from barbing. Then another thing is, what's it called? IT. You can actually go into tech without having a degree or having it's just for you to just to do training. It's just like barbing. You have to do a training for barbing before. If you're not a professional barber, you can just do the training, go the practical aspect of it, and you become a barber.
Of course.
You set it up.
Yeah, but tech can be hard. I mean, if you were to learn how to code, it's not something that
it mustn't be code. There are so many specialties in tech.
Of course,
coding is like it's like the Oga Patapata of them.
It's like when you hear IT first, the first thing that comes to your mind is coding. Like
that is a programming and all that. But there are other things, other aspects of it that builds up before you even get to that coding. The other things you need to know. One thing leads to another. One thing leads to another. So if you do this one, after acquiring the basic knowledge in this one, so it will now give you. It's just like a step further in fact. So that is how you continue going, and it's just so easy. Like in terms of the job, like you don't stress yourself. You can be working from home. And they are very well paid. Somebody who is a trainee in cybersec, I have a guy who is a trainee in cybersec. I think he receives up to 2,500 or 3,000
a month.
Yes.
Wow, that's good money in the UK.
Just as a trainee.
As a trainee.
Yes, just as a trainee.
Wow.
2,500 to 3,000. But the thing there is that they don't offer COS, certificate of sponsorship, so that one's different. So for those people who are looking for what's it called, certificates of sponsorship, so that's they don't normally offer COS. They don't normally offer COS. So you see Babin, you see tech, yeah. You can also go into transportation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there might be several rules and regulations.
Everything has rules. You just need to.
Yeah, but maybe a lot more stringent or difficult.
It might not be stringent. It's just for you to.
So if you mean transportation, you mean like taxi, like
yes.
buying a car and signing up.
Yes, and you can be driving it yourself. Probably, you can make it like your full-time job. You make it your full-time, yes.
How much do I pay for cab? £17, depending on the location. £20.
How many seconds?
Like 8 minutes. Like 8 minutes. Really, actually, come to think about it. Do you know how many trips you would go? And
you understand?
Especially if you're in the heart of the city itself.
Yeah, I've encountered one of our brothers from Nigeria. So he dropped us off. I was like, we were having an interaction when we were inside the car. We were like, what's this thing? I was trying to, interview him to see how the business of taxi is here in the UK. So he told me that it pays, that someone can make up to 4,000 or 4,500 or 5,000 a month.
A month?
Yes.
I mean, which office job? They give you 4,000, 4,500. That's like what? Some 80k, 70k.
So here in Southampton, what they just tell you is you must have stayed, or you must have been driving in Southampton for a minimum of 2 years.
Oh, okay. So
that's basic eligibility for registering your
as a taxi driver. Wow.
So you must have been driving in Southampton for a period of 2 years. And I think it so applies to probably other cities
as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's interesting. Like I'm only just finding out
which is very nice, because why they say that is they just want to ensure that you are already conversant with all the routes. Yes. With the roads here, and which is good, because I've not been to S3-EP7 before. I've not been to this side S3-EP7. Here is S3-EP7.
Okay.
So I've not been here before. So this is my first time coming here. It's already an experience. So all these things now. So for instance, now, if I start the taxi business maybe much later, if I start the taxi business, so if someone now says I am going to S3-EP7, I've gone to that side. I've already had that kind of experience, so I'll start going. So that's again.
Interesting. Thank you very much for sharing that insight, beautiful insight. So typically, as a ritual for us as well, just to ease off the conversation we've been having all the while, the serious conversation. We don't like to bore our audience or our listeners on the podcast. We're going to go straight into a very quick trivial questions. I know I not tell you about it before. Yes, I intentionally did not tell you, Igwe. So it's a test of knowledge. And
so how do you want to test somebody that does not have knowledge if he has knowledge?
The medical doctor. You know what I mean? A whole That is what Odindi means in my language.
Okay, Odindi.
Odindi is a whole.
Okay.
A whole.
Odindi means.
Exactly.
Odindi Igwe.
Odindi Igwe.
Okay.
Okay, so I know you have a writing pad next to you beside you.
Ah, you're prepared for me.
Before.
You just.
Question 1.
Do I need to write it down?
No, you have to write. It's just the answer.
So just write down the answer, and then when we're done, we'll swap, and then I'll say the answers, and then you can just mark each other.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Question 1. All right.
What does www stands for in a website browser?
Okay.
That's pretty easy.
Eh?
Is it not? Igwe, is it not easy? You're giving Igwe easy question. No, now let's test. Let's test Igwe's.
Even the one that said my oga at the top, did you get it? Even the one that said my oga at the top.
If I say something now, my oga at the top will say something. Okay.
Like it is not going to be made known by my oga at the top. Okay, all right.
Okay, let's have it.
Question 2. Whose face is on the 20 naira note?
20 naira.
When was the last time you?
I can't remember the last time I set my eyes on 20 naira, and hopefully this one that they changed all the money to nylon. I hope they did not change the faces because I've not even seen the new money. Oh,
Let me just say.
What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? The most consumed manufactured drink in the world. Question 4.
Okay. Question 4.
The longest border of Nigeria is shared with which country?
the longest border.
I'll give you options for that one.
Okay, please.
The longest border of Nigeria is shared with which country?
Uh-huh.
Option 1.
Yeah.
Cameroon. Option 2. Ghana. Option 3. Togo.
Come again.
Cameroon, Ghana, Togo. The longest border of Nigeria is shared with which one of those countries?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Question 5.
Yes.
What was the first soft drink in space?
In space?
Yeah.
Have I been to space? How am I supposed to know the first soft drink in
How
space?
was the first soft drink that ever went to space?
Space.
I'm not going to space now.
How am I supposed to know the first soft drink that went to space? Like, I feel like people are writing the answer in that.
No, they are not. It's just my guy, everybody.
Okay.
Hallelujah. I see you, bro. First soft drink that ever went to space.
To space.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a very popular brand. So, think about the popular brands of soft drink. It's one of them.
Okay.
Drink.
Is it
Drink.
I say soft.
Soft. Okay.
It's a soft drink.
I'm just checking. Okay. Yeah.
Question 6.
Yes.
What is the full meaning of OPEC?
OPEC.
Yeah.
I forget OPEC.
Is that all?
Last question.
No, I'm coming.
There's a last question. Like OPEC?
Yeah, OPEC. OPEC. Alright. Last question.
Okay.
What is the name of the world's largest ocean? The name of the world's largest ocean. I'll give you options.
Okay.
Option A, Pacific Ocean. Option B, Indian Ocean. Option C, Atlantic Ocean. The world's largest ocean.
Okay. I think we can swap. Because this was harder than I thought. It wasn't hard actually. It's just anyways. Can we swap?
The world's largest ocean. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Igwe. Okay. Let's see. Let's have it. Let's have it.
Wahala.
Let's have it.
Okay. Question 1. What does stand for in the website? World Wide Web.
Of course, I feel like that's kind of very simple.
Okay, question 2. Whose face is on the 20 naira notes? Muritala Mohammed.
Oh, guess what? Okay. Tafa Balewa is 5 naira, I think.
Yeah.
Tafa Balewa is 5 naira. He was that man that did not live long.
Muritala Mohammed.
Okay.
Question 3. Which is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world? The answer is tea.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Consumed drink.
You said drink.
What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world?
Do they manufacture tea?
Yes.
I make tea in my house.
In the tea bag, where did you get it from?
But that's not drink.
It's a drink.
It's not drink. You until you process it. You cannot drink it like that.
I wrote Coca-Cola.
I wrote Coke.
Anyways.
Yes.
It's tea.
But
tea
I think tea
is the most.
Is the
most
like,
sold.
yes, it feels like
That's why the coffee and tea industry
coffee and tea is really
multi-billion dollars.
one. Yeah.
It's huge.
Okay.
Let's think of
Even see the country that you're in, everybody drinks tea.
what?
The country we are in,
Everybody
drinks tea.
Yeah, actually.
Almost every
It
minute.
feels like even the Asian guys tea in different form, but it's tea. Yeah. Okay. You won on that one. Number 4.
All right.
The longest border of Nigeria is shared with which country? Cameroon.
Okay. Okay.
Number 5. What was the first soft drink in space?
Oh yeah, tea again.
No, Coca-Cola.
You know, I just
What
thought
did I
that
write there?
you wrote Malta.
Water Guinness.
Malta Guinness. You don't even if they know Malta Guinness.
Okay.
Okay.
Question 6. What is the full meaning of OPEC? Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries.
Oh yes. So no, importer exporter. if Igwe did not get this question, there will be problem. But that is what we do from this side of the body.
No, you know, you know.
But before if Igwe don't me, I just
What is CBC?
to be communicated, like to be found out. I didn't know what to say. It's like, anyways, I didn't know it to be found out.
Okay.
Okay.
Last question.
Last question, yeah.
The name of the world's largest ocean is Pacific.
I wrote Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Atlantic. What largest? Pacific.
Okay.
Wow.
So that was a 3 out of 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're intelligent.
Oh, for where?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Igwe for where?
5, 4,
Anyways, Igwe
so I
had
just
a
got 3. That's no.
Igwe had a 3. See, is this Igwe? You know in those weddings that they'll come and give you question. They'll tell you, brides, groomsmen, come this way. Bridesmaids, come this way. They will not give you question. It's not their cash you today. God after, you see, your next event.
No. It can't be me. Why me?
It's you. Here's
Why me?
Thank you very much. I mean, that was an interesting one, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you guys on live you enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
It is not the test of knowledge, you people. It is not the test of knowledge. Igwe is Igwe. Igwe is still the Igwe. But anyways, thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's really a very fun moment with you.
Really appreciate it.
So guys, don't forget, this is Jakpa, the Jakpa Diary. So
of course.
You can search for the Jakpa Diary on Instagram. You're Instagram,
yes,
right?
Instagram. Everywhere.
TikTok,
YouTube,
Twitter,
Spotify,
yes.
if you prefer the audio version.
Facebook.
Everywhere we are.
Yeah. So guys, link up with them, through them. You'll be getting consistent updates about Jakpa experience. You understand?
Of course.
All those people wait on Jakpa. So how far with them, waiting the experience, because now waiting person experience, if you explain, as I explain my own now, another person whenever Jakpa, when the person will come, the person will now take, you understand?
Of course,
it
you
will
take caution,
over.
of course.
Yes.
You learn to use Google Map right from home.
Yes.
Before you reach
I
here.
told him, yeah, I think one of my cousins, that was planning to come for his studies, I told him, guys, if you don't know how to use Google, start now.
Start using it.
Then another thing.
But it's as if it's not all the streets in Nigeria that is on Google.
Yes,
but at least,
yeah. But another thing I told him is that if I had, because back home, even this moment, I'm not used to watching all these foreign movies.
Okay.
So if I was, a foreign movie person, I don't think this accent of theirs, it wouldn't have been a big problem. So anybody who is very used to watching foreign movies back home in Nigeria, if the person comes, I don't think the person is actually
going to struggle as much. But
you won't struggle, yes, as much.
Yeah. So I mean, these are part of the preparations that we're talking about. It might seem very little, Igwe. People just think about the money, the money I need. Exactly. Where am I going to stay? But these little things, trust me, these are the things that cause the depression that people talk about when they come abroad. The fact that you don't see people as much. You don't hear noise at the back. Your neighbor is not shouting.
Generator noise.
Generator noise. Really, that's what makes us up.
Yes,
basically.
exactly.
Like in Nigeria, as Africans, we like the noise, we like the bubbling effect and all of those things. And when you come here, everything is just silent. It's like, am I living in the graveyard? Where are people? Where is everything? So, these are the skills and things you should start trying to get used to while you are home before you actually move here. It's not just do I have the money to Jakpa? Can I afford it? It's not just about the money. You as human, you need to be mentally prepared.
Yes, mentally and psychologically prepared. There are a lot of things you need to put in place before you start coming. But that's it. Because a lot of people, they don't know. Even myself, I didn't know. I never had the faintest idea of what all these things entailed, you understand, before coming. But now, when you now come, you now have all these experiences. So we need to be pushing it out, putting it out to them for them to get to know
these things, of course.
Because my own be say any place where I waka pass, if I cross out, anything where I experience for that place, I don't go like anybody with there around me
also experience
it. I don't go like that. So it's all good, and it's actually very nice. So from time to time, I'll still be, we'll still make out time to have another session or another series of the Jakpa Diary. So I also have to make out time and get maybe some other people. You understand?
That would really appreciate that.
Lovely. So I have my friend, one of my colleague. So maybe I think one of the events I'll be hosting in Southampton, I think he's going to come. So within that period, I'll just check when he'll be very available.
Absolutely.
So,
we're available every weekend. And guys, we publish every new episode on Monday evening. Okay. Just turn on that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel on every channel. If you prefer the audio version, it's available on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. It's there on YouTube. It's on Instagram. It's on TikTok for our Gen Z. You will find snippets of the videos on TikTok. So please do very well to support this podcast, support this platform. It's nothing serious. We're not here to advise you about your life and how you should take your steps. It's just these little things that we need to look out for as immigrants that move to the UK, even the US. I'm sure it's applicable everywhere. When you move to, these are the little things you need to be aware of. So thank you very much, Igwe, for making it to this episode of the Jakpa Diary.
I am highly honored.
Thank you. We're really,
thank you for banking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you.
I'll see you on the next episode.
All right.